Hello, everybody. So, welcome. I think a long time that I did an webinar in English. Okay, so but you can watch every webinar on YouTube just with changing the languages. You really get a quite good translation. In all the languages which you have, not by voice but by text. YouTube is actually working on a voice, thing. There are also a lot of AI tools on the market where I could also upload my webinars, and then everything will be translated, into every language. But then it has to be shorter, I think. Makes sense. But very soon there will be a new business presentation, because I think now there is a new phase which we're coming in, because a lot of things are happening with GlamJet. Okay, so the idea was or is to have now a webinar a little bit to give you oh, it was away, I don't know why, to give you a sum up, to give you a little bit that question from the community. I answered the question of the community, because for sure there are perhaps more questions than I can imagine. I decided that a lot of questions are answered in a written way, because some questions are so deep, and some questions normally have a background which you have to understand, that you really understand the answer, talking about blockchain, talking about utility token, talking about your regulation, talking about the crypto market. These all, it's a big market. It's a big thing. It's a big tech industry, the crypto and the blockchain market. So I think it's not always easy just to say yes or no, a little bit to explain that you understand what is the special thing about GlamJet, why GlamJet is still so unique in the market, and why there is still a big chance for GlamJet to be successful. As you know, I'm together with this project since 2018, and I support this project with hundreds of webinars, with thousands of messages I did send, with thousands of calls I did for this, and a lot of meetings I did, so everybody knows me, that I'm Mr. GlamJet, so it is something which is part of my life, and I also want that I'm successful and you are successful with this project. So, okay, so after this webinar, you will also get a lot of information in a written form. I already prepared everything. I just have to copy paste it into English and other languages, where you can also read a lot of, there was a document last year, 14 pages, which I did last year. I did recycle these texts. So it's a kind of a basic basic introduction, which you have to go through step by step if you want, if you missed any basics. And the other thing is now to answer specific topics regarding GlamJet, And I have here some questions on the side, and I will just give you answers. I did the same webinar, but also in German. So perhaps the English version now is a little bit shorter, because I did already the German one. So after, normally it's shorter, because I know now even better what to say, because I'm the guy who just speaks like this, Is it possible to use the Glam token without being registered with Neometa? Yes. Neometa project is an independent blockchain project, great, useful also for the Glam project, but you don't have to be registered. In my point of view, you should, because there are many benefits which you have from Neometa. But the thing is that about Neometa, I will speak in another webinar, and about Mountain Wolf and so on, okay? Is it possible to already use the Glam token on the Mountain Wolf exchange? At the moment, not. Future possible, Why? Yeah, if the Glam project is successful, so this means basically that the utility of the Glam token is there, not just one shop, which we have since June last year for 3 German-speaking countries, but for the whole world. You know, you are living in Indonesia, you are living in Latin America, you are living in Africa, you are living in Northern Europe or Eastern Europe or wherever in the world you are living, Australia. And there are companies who want to say, oh, well, I would like to have new customers. Great, you have this community. So I want to sell my products and services. So then they accept the Glam token or other cryptocurrencies. And and then more and more people want to use this Glam token, and they cannot buy any longer in back office like now, Glam token. So this means there is a big utility with the Glam token, for example, also with the Glam travel. And the Glam travel is another use case. You know, utility is always about use case, and it's not a security token. It's not like Bitcoin. It's not a token, you know, bringing, and Bitcoin is not qualified as a security because there is no central instance who is giving it out. There is nobody who could say, okay, I'm now asking for a security paper. You know, I want to have a license from an institution because the founder of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, nobody knows who is Satoshi Nakamoto, will not go to the SEC in USA and says, "Oh, I want to have a security token. I want to be qualified as a security." It's decentralized. There is no central instance. You know, this is the special thing about Bitcoin. But I would say, technically speaking, from the mindset of the people, it is a security. Okay, so not a utility token. Bitcoin is not there on the market to buy products. Nothing is priced in Bitcoins, not really. The only thing is that you can change Bitcoin on many exchanges of the exchanges worldwide into all different kind of currencies. It's the only thing what you can do really with the crypto is digital gold, basically. And GlamJet is a utility token, so it is more a voucher system inside the ecosystem where you can inside the ecosystem do a lot of things, fantastic things. You know, we still have this presentation from 2018. It's still a very good presentation. We need a new one. I will do now one because now these next 2 weeks are for the community to qualify you better for ABC, that you know everything from A to C about GlamJet, about all the things which we are doing in the Power Team, that you can ask every question you have, that I give you the best answers I have. And you can watch the webinars, but you can also read the text in different languages, that you have a higher level in understanding, a higher level in understanding, okay? But at the end, we are a utility token. So it's in a way, it is just to use the token. It is not to make money. But if somebody wants to have your token, you can make money on the exchange or privately, peer-to-peer. Send it to somebody. Also, for example, if you have somebody, a company, a small company, a bigger or a businessman who say, "Oh, I want to sell my car for 50% discount if you give me for this the Glam token." So 50% of the price is in Glam token and 50% is in your local currency. Or he says, so then you already use the Glam token. But we will now have a new payment tool. And as far as I know, they want to be finished this quarter with that. I hope they will do it. If not, okay, perhaps they will do a little bit later, but they are now on a final run with that. And this is fantastic that we have this payment tool, because now we just have one shop, but just imagine we have 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000 of shops. worldwide, where you implement this tool, and a lot of cryptocurrencies and a Glam token can be used in this tool, linked to our GlamX, to the exchange. So another question, for example, is, so the Glam token will be perhaps on the Mountain Wolf tradable or on any other exchanges if the use case is better and clearer and the community is much bigger. Up to now, you can do it on the GlamX already. But also there, you have to have persons who are asking for. At the moment, they still can get it much cheaper in a certain way on the My Crypto Consult back office. But soon they will stop it. No contribution any longer, no chapter 2 packages any longer. And in my point of view, everybody should understand that the more Glam token you have as a basic token, the better. If you don't have 1 million basic token, you have a problem, because perhaps you just get the next basic token, the next tokens next year. So the more tokens you can have now, the better for you. And the more token at all, because if it stopped with the contribution, it is then totally stopped, 100% stopped. Then there are just those who have the Glam token are the king and the queens, and nobody else. So the more you have, the better. And I understood this 4 years ago. The more Glam token I have, the richer I will be in the future. How is it possible? So it is possible to trade it on the exchange, but people have to ask for. And at the moment, just with the USDGX, we invented this token a little bit to control the market. But at the end, this idea to bring out a token on the exchange before the use case is clear, perhaps was not the best idea in my point of view. So, but there was a certain pressure at this time to do it like this. This was 3 years ago. Now we are a big step forward. And so I think things will go into the right direction. But to make money on an exchange, on our exchange GlamX, is not that crystal clear at the moment already, but it will change if the project works, okay? How can I earn money with the Glam token? By selling it to somebody who wants to have it. Or also you can promote still the packages. I'm also sometimes doing it, and my point of view is now with the new business presentation, which I'm doing as a gift to the community, is also for all the persons I want to inscribe now in the future, because I understand when the payment tool is coming, and we are going into the next step, in the next phase. And this I find very interesting, because I'm always watching what other projects are doing, and I see also the serious projects, not the scam projects, not those who tell you 1% by day, 30% by month, or whatever. All those who don't have licenses and all the scam projects. There are out there so many scam projects which this is nothing. This is not crypto. This is a scam. But you can earn a lot of money already now if you do it in the right way, if you promote it in the right way. Is it possible to transfer the Glam token to MetaMask or Trust Wallet? Trust Wallet, MetaMask, or for example, our Glamster wallet is a decentralized wallet. Yeah, for sure you can do it, because every smart contract can be implemented into this decentralized wallet, and then you can transfer it. But be aware that the Glam token is still on the Ethereum blockchain. So the transaction costs are still priced in Ethereum. So for me, it doesn't make so much sense to do it at the moment, beside our own wallet. So is there any kind of going on a big exchange, I would say, so on a stock exchange even, the Glam token will not go on a stock exchange. It's a cryptocurrency. There are 3,000 different exchanges in the world, a lot of big ones and a lot of very, very small ones, I would say. and the small ones often depend on the big ones. So possible, yes, possible, but at the moment it is not a prime focus. Because first we have to have this utility with the payment tool, and with more and more companies are using cryptocurrencies and our token, and then it would make sense, you know. It would make sense in my point of view. Yeah. How can we profitize from the Genesis machines which are coming? And the Glam token. Okay, everybody who has Glam token will profitize out of this model, as far as I understand it at the moment, how it will work. You know, because the Genesis machines is a kind of a hodling of Glam token for a while, for 1 year, staking, so to say. It is not staking in a regulatory form, but let's say it would be like this. So 1 year hold, you get more Glam token, but you cannot use them in this year. Okay, all of us who already have Glam token can put their Glam token inside these staking machines, so that you get the rewards. People, when they buy with Bitcoin, for example, and they also have to have Glam token to also multiply the amount of Glam token they get. So you always make money out of it. So even when I'm selling like hell the Genesis machine packages for this 1 year staking, you also get a reward for this, because a small part of your Glam token can be also be in this package I sell, for example. So a very interesting model, and which is really important to understand. Everything what we do is done in a regulatory way. But utility token, now the new European Union regulation, very important to understand. But also all the other kinds of regulation worldwide. Also now in Dubai there is a regulation. In every country in the world, more and more regulations, and they are all coming to the same point. You have to have licenses, you have to have a regulatory form, then it will work. Okay. This year, how it's going forward, you know, the first thing is the payment tool. The other thing is with Glam Travel and the platform. It's very important. The Genesis machines, and also the new utility blockchain, because then we go away from Ethereum to an own utility blockchain. Already you have this information since December. It will be very interesting, I think, because it's the first time something like this exists in the market. So what you also have to understand, that what we do is building infrastructure for the future. You can already earn money now, but for the long term, this can make a lot of money, because we already have the infrastructure. Those who want to play big, the private industry, public sector perhaps, but also private corporations or crypto projects who want to use the blockchain, who want to use the GlamJet ecosystem, who want to use the Glam token, who want to use this whole infrastructure. This is our project, and all done in a regulatory way. This is very important, because if you don't do it, you will have a lot of problems. You will not play long in this market. Will there be shops where I can pay already 100% with Glam token? Perhaps yes, because it just depends on the merchant. The merchant, they have to say, I want to sell my products and services for 100% Glam token. Could be also for 80%, 60%. Depends just on the merchant, but it can be worldwide. You know, it doesn't depend on which country you are. Every merchant can already now register on glammerchant.com. Just to tell you, up to now, just you can get a basic token. Yes, true, because all the others are much more. It doesn't make sense to flood the whole market with Glam token. we already have enough up to 5 billion Glam token in wallets, basic token. So if the things come into a big and good movement, then the next token, so the bonus token, can be given to the community. How can you sell your Glam token? You can sell it privately. You can also give it free, like you want, with an internal transfer without any costs on GlamX. And for sure, you can also do it into the GlamX in an order book and say, I will sell my Glam token, which I have now, for 30 cents, for 20 cents, for whatever kind of cent. But there has to be somebody who wants to buy it with the USDGX at the moment. When the next step is coming, there will be also, a kind of possibility also to exchange it with the BTC and with all the other kind of cryptocurrencies. Because in my point of view, those of you who have the Bitcoin will now hodl. You will now stay with your Bitcoin. You will not say, oh, I will buy another cryptocurrency with the Bitcoin. Not many people are doing that, They say, okay, the Bitcoin will now go to the moon. I will not trade it with other cryptocurrencies. So the bull run will come, that's for sure. So this means that as a lot of people hopefully see the good project behind GlamJet, that there's a real use case, that we are solving problems to make business worldwide, to buy goods and services with a cryptocurrency. So, and this can be our cryptocurrency, and we are the biggest one in the market. And I think it's very useful to have these 500 trillion token because the economy worldwide has enough space for this amount of token and to make business worldwide in a very fast and simple way. And when you can read, for example, that 1 billion token, here's the question, is written for $200,000. How is this? Is this real $200,000? And what is real? The question is, what is real? The answer is yes, it could be $200,000. It's just that this is the minimal price of the Glam token on the GlamX. It's the only thing about it. But not that you have a right to get this money, It is just the money when you realize it, and you will not realize on the GlamX money because there is no banking license for the GlamX. It's a centralized exchange, but without a banking license. Banking license, for example, has Mountain Wolf, has Binance, has Coinbase, and so on. There you can then exchange, for example, Bitcoin, other cryptocurrency, USDT, and so on into US dollar, euro, and so on. Can you also buy things with the USDGX? Not directly, but possible in the future, hopefully, when we have the payment tool, then we can also implement it USDGX, and you can also use it for buying things, or you trade it with the Glam token. These are the two things. Perhaps there's another idea about what to do with the Glam token, but then GlamJet has to decide. Perhaps a use case on the GlamX. Can I also earn money with Glam token as a passive income? You can promote the Glam token packages. This is what you can do, or sell the Glam token. There you can earn money with that. And a lot of people are doing it. When will the travel and hotel booking start? Hopefully soon. Perhaps end of this quarter, beginning of next quarter, but it will come. And this will be also a game changer together with the payment tool. When is the Glamster app functioning to 100%? The Glamster app is working quite well, quite good, And also to the Glamster app, I do have a paper with 2 pages, and no more, even 3 pages. And so you have to read it, and but you can use it, video, text, everything. It's a very, very, very good platform. But there's still something to do with the fan base, for example. But you can also decentralize wallet you have internally, and you can also transfer cryptocurrencies inside the app. Not bad, I think. Fantastic. Will be the GlamX, will have 100% liquidity. Question is, what is 100%? You know, liquidity doesn't come from somewhere. Liquidity comes when people are bringing liquidity and they want to buy cryptocurrencies, you know. So in my point of view, it still depends on the use cases, and we are now very near to this, and this is our big thing now. Big thing now. I also hope that it will come last year in September, October, November, but it didn't, because there was still something to do. Sometimes it is like this, so we are looking forward. So, you know, to all the other questions, you know, I already have now 7 or 8 other pages which I did write in a new way, to up to 100 questions, more or less, now, where I go a little bit more into detail. Okay. Then I have the pages from last year, the 14 pages. I did a renewal, so it's ABC about GlamJet, you know. So you can go through all these documents, can go through all this text, and you can also give me remark, give me more questions. You know, this was now just an update to the most prominent questions you have. Perhaps there are now some questions which I didn't take into account. For example, now half an hour ago, there was 5 people more writing to me. So good. Perhaps new questions are coming up. So what I will do is this week and next week, you will get a lot of information. You will get this webinar. You will get this text which you can read, which you can go through. You can click on links, blah, blah, blah. And so we work together. And hopefully after these 2 weeks, you are much more clearer about all the projects which we are doing from the Power team. And you will appreciate, and you will love it, and you will be happy about it. This is what I would find fantastic. I would love it that we come together on this point with the presentation. I knew there will be new presentations in different languages, short presentations about the GlamJet project, what you can do with that, and what is the aim of GlamJet. And also for the other projects, small new presentations, which you can use for your community, which you can use for everybody who is interested in this, what we are doing. Okay, so hopefully this was a little bit useful, but it's not the last webinar in this week. At the end of the week, there will come new webinars. There will become a new presentation, and you will get a document which you can go through. And then hopefully the next webinar will be even more and interesting for you. And then it will be perhaps also live. We'll see that I also have then visitors here in the webinar, and we can also exchange a little bit on everything. Okay, so thanks a lot and see you soon. Bye-bye.